How's my Janoni? Yes, this last week was a busy week for me because I finished also Agents of Mayhem. Now, my disclaimer is Agents of Mayhem I started a long time back, and then Destiny came out, and I started to play Destiny, and then Evil Within came out, so I played Evil Within. And as soon as I finished that, then I went straight for the ending of Agents of Mayhem. Now, if you're familiar with Saint Row, you know what this is about. It's over-the-top violence, things exploding, very cartoonish, colorful characters, and it's just craziness. The graphics were good, in a very cartoonish kind of way. There was a wealth of characters that you can play. So if you ever, if you got bored with existing characters, there was usually somebody that you can pick from that was colorful or had a weapon assortment that fit your play style better. One thing I did like is they had a scalable difficulty level. So this way, like for an example, I can play more advanced characters at a higher level, and then I can bring in like level 1 type characters, and I can scale it down a little bit so it's more their level, and then play. Because there wasn't they would just get crushed if I left it up at a higher setting. Overall, the basic plot is, you're an agent of Mayhem, and you're fighting against Legion. And Legion, everything takes place in Seoul, South Korea, and there is like some K-pop-ish type references throughout the game, but it's like English singing and stuff like that. But anyways, Legion, is doing bad, trying to take over the world type thing. There's a comet that's flying overhead that they're going to try to snag, and the agents of Mayhem are there to stop them. You get lots of different cars with slightly different abilities. There's lots of mini missions, like there's driving missions, there's foiling, kidnappings, there's like rockets that are standing there and you have to defeat the guards that are there, things like that. There's like, best way to describe it is like an ATM. If you take over the ATM type area and hold it, then the money starts going to you. There's boss bases, I should say, that if you can take over, and so there's lots to do on the side. There's also there's different quest lines. There's the main quest line, and then there's the individual characters quest line. Now, I thought that the solo quest lines were really good because that's where you got to learn who the characters were. Each one of these characters has a different motivation to fight against against Legion, and I thought that part was really solid in the sense because, like while you're playing a character, you get little bits and pieces as they're talking to each other on the communicators and stuff, but it doesn't really give you enough. And when you do the solo missions for them, then you go, oh, okay, this is what's going on. I did not finish all of those because by the time I finished Evil Within 2, I was just like, look, there's more games coming out, and they're piling up, so I just went straight for the main line and just finished that. And who knows, maybe later I'll go back, reinstall the game, and then play the side missions. The one thing I will say is the ending to this game is awful. They fall into the trap of, when you get to the end, hey, we don't have any good new villains for you to fight, so for the most part, you're going to fight everybody that you fought before. And we'll throw in the main guy from Legion, and there's this other character in there. And then the actual ending scene was it was short, and like, I would have been pissed if I spent the time doing everything, and then I got that ending. But that being said, I still had fun playing it. But this is my disclaimer too. This is a copy-paste game. Meaning, every main quest, basically, yes, they had a different plot around it, but you usually had to end up going into the secret base. All the secret bases looked exactly the same. Alright, I shouldn't say exactly the same. They had different templates. and then maybe they would reorganize the way the templates appeared. But they all pretty much were the same. This very similar objectives: kill everything in the room, or turn on or off something, and then you can advance to the next room. The missions that were outside, again, it's just the same thing over and over and over again. They have different districts, I think they were called districts. And inside the districts, there's like the different, there's like a Gremlin tech lab where you can go in there and you can get your, update your tech. They have the big boss bases. I mean, boss base. It's just a base, and so it's just basically you're taking over territories, and then it was just repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse over and over again. Even the solo missions, it's basically, there's story, but then it's you go into a base, you shoot things, you're either outside driving looking for stuff, like speed tests, speed trials, things like that. They try to mix it up, but it's copy paste, copy paste. If they had Agents of Mayhem 2, I'll probably buy it. I like punishing myself, so I would buy it. But I would get probably bored with it quick. So overall, I will say I had fun. If you're looking for a game that you're just running around shooting things, causing mayhem, this game is for you. If you get bored easily because of repetitiveness, no, definitely not. But anyways, let me know what games are you guys playing. We'll have some more stuff later. Like, share, and until next time.